Australian Moguls skier Jakara Anthony has won gold in the women's dual moguls at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics. The event
You definitely always learn a lot from adversity, and that injury that I had where I busted my collarbone about a year and a half ago now. Definitely learned a lot from that, and I was just trying to take the positives out of it. So I think that this week I was able to kind of dig into that and turn it around from that pretty devastating singles event and come out and rally for duels.
Jakara Anthony destroyed the field at the Winter Olympics and walked away with gold. The moment happened in Italy on February 14th, 2026, during the women's dual moguls final. After 4 elimination rounds, her final run delivered the highest score of the night. The women's dual moguls event took place on the Moguls course in Italy under cold and variable weather conditions. Dual moguls features head-to-head racing. 2 athletes ski down parallel courses filled with bumps while performing 2 aerial jumps. Judges score turns and jumps, and speed is factored into the total. The skier with the higher combined score advances to the next round. Anthony entered the dual moguls event after competing in the individual moguls earlier in the games. In that earlier event, she did not secure the gold medal. The result placed her behind another competitor, marking a setback in her Olympic campaign. Days later, she returned to the course for the dual format. During the elimination rounds, Anthony advanced through each head-to-head matchup. She maintained strong turn control through the moguls and executed clean aerial maneuvers off both jumps. Her speed between bumps remained consistent, allowing her to post higher total scores than her opponents. In the final round, Anthony faced a direct competitor in a one-on-one race for the gold medal. Both athletes descended simultaneously. Judges evaluated technique, difficulty, and execution. Anthony's final run delivered the highest score of the event. The official results confirmed her as Olympic champion in women's dual moguls. This gold medal adds to Anthony's Olympic record. At the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics, she won gold in women's moguls. With her 2026 dual moguls victory, she secured another Olympic title. The Milano Cortina result makes her a 2-time Olympic gold medalist across 2 Winter Games. Anthony was born on July 24, 1998 in Australia. She has competed on the FIS Freestyle Ski World Cup circuit for multiple seasons. Prior to the 2026 Winter Olympics, she earned World Cup victories in moguls and dual moguls events. Her World Cup record includes podium finishes across several seasons. The dual moguls format differs from individual moguls. In the individual event, athletes ski alone and are scored without direct side-by-side comparison. In dual moguls, athletes compete simultaneously, increasing the pressure of direct competition. Reaction time at the start gate and course speed play a greater role in the outcome. At the Milano Cortina Games, weather conditions impacted course texture. Snowfall and course wear changed the surface throughout the rounds. Competitors adjusted technique to maintain balance and rhythm across the bumps. Anthony's runs remained stable across each stage of the bracket. The women's dual moguls field included top-ranked skiers from multiple nations. Each round eliminated half of the competitors. Anthony advanced through the quarterfinals and semifinals before reaching the gold medal round. Her final score in the championship run secured the top position. After the event, official timing and judging panels confirmed the results. Anthony stood on the podium during the medal ceremony, representing Australia. The gold medal contributed to Australia's medal count at the 2026 Winter Olympics. Her performance followed days after not winning gold in the individual moguls event. That earlier outcome placed her outside the top position despite being among the pre-event favorites. Returning to win dual moguls demonstrated a rapid turnaround within the same Olympic program. Freestyle skiing moguls has been part of the Winter Olympic program since 1992. Dual moguls was added later as an Olympic discipline. The event combines technical skiing, aerial skills, and speed. Judges allocate points for turns and jumps, while speed contributes a percentage of the total score. Anthony's Olympic history now includes gold medals in 2022 and 2026. The Beijing gold came in individual moguls. The Milano Cortina gold came in dual moguls. Across 2 Winter Games, she has secured multiple podium finishes. Australia has developed a strong presence in freestyle skiing over the past decades. Anthony's victory continues that record in moguls competition. Her 2026 gold medal adds to Australia's history in Olympic freestyle skiing events. The final bracket results listed Anthony at the top of the standings for women's dual moguls on February 14, 2026. The head-to-head format required 4 successful rounds to secure gold. Each round demanded precision in turns, height and form in jumps, and consistent speed. With this result, Jakara Anthony became an Olympic champion once again. The official Olympic records now list her as gold medalist in women's dual moguls at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, following her gold in moguls at Beijing 2022. This is Team Canada.
The wait is over.
It's been a really long time. We need to get best on best back at those big games where it's country against country and it becomes more than hockey.
Opening night of the Four Nations face-off.
And heading into the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan, no nation enters the tournament with more structure, continuity, and proven success. NHL players have returned after 12 years away. Canada arrives fresh off an international title, with leadership locked in and a roster already tested. For the rest of the field, this creates a problem that begins before the first puck drop. This Winter Olympics marks a turning point for men's ice hockey. For the first time since 2014, the National Hockey League paused its season to allow full player participation. According to NHL and Olympic officials, 148 NHL players are competing in the men's tournament, with more than 120 making their Olympic debut. No country benefits more from this return than Canada. Canada enters the tournament following its victory at the Four Nations face-off. In the final, Canada defeated the United States 3-2 in overtime. What began as a short international event became the defining reference point for Olympic selection. The Olympic roster, leadership group, and deployment strategy were all shaped directly by that tournament. Continuity defines Canada's approach. The coaching staff traveling to Italy is unchanged. John Cooper returns as head coach. His assistant coaches are current NHL head coaches and longtime Hockey Canada staff. The management group remains largely intact, with Doug Armstrong serving as the primary decision-maker in roster selection while consulting other NHL general managers. This structure removes uncertainty. Canada did not enter the Olympic cycle searching for answers. It arrived with a recent international blueprint that had already produced results. Leadership is centralized and established. Hockey Canada confirmed Sidney Crosby as team captain. Connor McDavid and Cale Makar were named alternate captains. This leadership group was finalized before Canada's first on-ice practice in Milan. The same trio held those roles during the Four Nations tournament. Between Crosby, McDavid, and Makar, the leadership group accounts for 7 Art Ross trophies, 5 Hart trophies, 7 Ted Lindsay awards, 3 Rocket Richard trophies, 4 Conn Smythe trophies, 1 Calder trophy, 2 Norris trophies, and 4 Stanley Cup championships. No other team in the tournament carries a leadership core with comparable collective awards. Crosby brings Olympic history. He captained Canada to gold in 2014 and scored the overtime goal that decided the 2010 gold medal game in Vancouver. McDavid enters his first Olympic Games with NHL participation after missing the 2018 and 2022 tournaments due to league absence. Makar arrives as the reigning backbone of Canada's blue line and led all players in ice time at the Four Nations tournament. At the top of the roster, Canada separates itself immediately. Connor McDavid, Nathan MacKinnon, and Cale Makar represent a tier of talent unmatched in the field. During the Four Nations face-off, no Canadian forwards logged more ice time than McDavid and MacKinnon. No player in the entire tournament logged more ice time than Makar. These are not situational stars. They are deployed continuously. At any point in a game, one of them is on the ice. Canada integrated youth without altering its structure. Macklin Celebrini was named to the Olympic roster, becoming the youngest player in Canadian men's Olympic history. This season, he ranks behind only McDavid and McKinnon among Canadian forwards in NHL scoring. Hockey Canada confirmed that Celebrini is expected to play in the top 6. Celebrini also arrives with established chemistry. He previously played alongside Sidney Crosby in international competition. His role does not require him to carry the team. It allows him to operate within an already defined system. Depth is where the Olympic problem becomes unavoidable. Every Canadian forward line contains players who would qualify as first-line options on many NHL teams. Canada's fourth line includes skaters who regularly play top 6 roles at the league level. There are no shifts designed to survive. Every shift is built to dictate play. Canada's center depth illustrates this imbalance. Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby, and Bo Horvat anchor the middle of the lineup. In short tournaments, center depth determines puck possession, matchup control, and special teams efficiency. Few opponents carry answers at all 4 positions. On defense, Canada opted for continuity. All 8 defensemen from the Four Nations roster were retained. The group is large, experienced, and defensively reliable while still capable of generating offense. Hockey Canada prioritized chemistry and experience over introducing new breakout names. Selection debate exists, but it centers on omission rather than inclusion. Players left off the roster would largely fill bottom-line or depth roles. The controversy reflects the volume of available talent rather than roster weakness. Canada's top-end talent was set well before final selection. Special teams deployment reinforces the same pattern. Canada spreads elite players across both power play units. Penalty-killing responsibilities are distributed to maintain energy and limit exposure. No single unit carries disproportionate weight. This structure creates psychological pressure across the tournament. Canadian staff have acknowledged a gold or bust expectation internally. Media coverage treats Canada as the benchmark team.